Ahoy! Welcome to our Zlín Film Festival bubble. Today, our little festival talk show tributing Michael Jackson's chimpanzee Bubbles. And that's why we have two very bubbly guests today here in the studio. And they are Czech, which is such a great news. Pavel Sýkora is the director and Petr Plech is the screenwriter of a film that we call Compatriot. How would you say it in Czech, the title?
It's Krajan.
And since you know the title so well, maybe you can also tell us what the film is about in 3 sentences.
Yeah, this movie is about an old man in the end of the World War II and his meeting with SS officer, and it's about how they are together at New Year's Eve, and it's about their speech between
confrontation. These two people are from the other sides. The one was kicked out of his home in Sudetenland, and the other one is like the invader.
Yeah.
So these two people are having confrontation.
Do we need to know the specific, because Czech Republic had some very specific circumstances under the war, very specific status with protectorate and everything. Do we need to know these things to understand the movie?
Well, I would say kinda, but there are things that the characters say by themselves. For example, that I don't know if I can spoil the movie when the people didn't see it, but the widower, the old man, Petr Bernát, he was in a mixed marriage with a Jewish old lady, and he wasn't Jewish, and the Jewish people couldn't be deported. I'm sorry, couldn't be deported when they were in a marriage, but at the end of the war, they were deported.
Nevertheless, yeah.
Yes.
But we understand that from the way the story is told. Huh?
Yes.
It's a bizarre feeling that we get because this old man is living in his house. The German soldier coincidentally visits him because of an emergency on New Year's Eve. And then you feel like the old man is locked up inside his own house just by the presence of the Nazi soldier. How did you create this very big tension that you can feel inside the house?
This inspiration for this movie was today's Ukraine war, and I asked myself what will happen if Ukraine and Russians sit down together on one table, and this was something that I used to do because I think this is really interesting, and we Czech have a little bit same history in Sudetenland, Protectorate, and something like that, and so I asked Peter to help me create a screenplay, and we made story like Ukraine and Russians sit in one table, but we made it in our history.
Yeah. Bernard is a silent person. He doesn't speak much, but then when he speaks, he's not scared. He confronts the soldier in the end with the harsh truth without fear. Or maybe it's because of the Slivovice that he dares to talk. How was this this dynamic built up from a silent man to a very outspoken man?
I would say it wasn't Slivovice, it was Trnkovice, homemade Trnkovice. So
It was subtitled as Slivovice.
I think it was badly translated, but I don't think if there's a translation for Trnkovice.
Maybe
But
that's it.
maybe. But the alcohol could help, and also the Petr Bernát was, I would say, he was frustrated with presence of this SS man, who was Bernard wasn't. He was a guest in his own house. The SS man Neumann did whatever he wanted, Like, for example, he took the Trnkovice, and
yeah, he's not behaving like a guest. He's behaving
yes.
like he owns the
Yes.
house, more or less.
Yes. And also, Bernard is like remembering his wife, and he's looking for a for the one man who did all this bad thing that happened to him. Plus I'm not like to spoil the movie, but he killed his wife because he didn't, and also she didn't want to be deported.
You didn't want to spoil the movie, but you did it anyway.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, but that's fine.
It's a 25-minute movie.
Yeah,
so.
and that's fine. I mean, it's not about the plot. It's about the tension and how you bring it and how you create this tension rising and growing throughout the movie, which you did fantastically, I think. It's a mature topic. You needed mature actors. How did you, as a young director, how did it feel to direct experienced?
It was really, not hard, but it was strange feeling because Jiří Štěpnička, he's Czech legend. He's a voice of Harrison Ford, and he's a legend of national theater. And it was really strange speak to him, and he do what I say him. So, but he's a really great actor, and he did it well.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. Your film here in the festival is screening in a special section called the Zlín Dog, which is for student films. It might go a little bit unnoticed with the big crowds, but many young directors come there to present their own movies. Like you already did, as I was told, in the Student Academy Award in London. You were there as well. But did you speak with some of the other directors here? There was, I saw there was young directors from Taiwan, from China. They come to present their movie here. What does it mean for them?
I didn't meet nobody here.
No?
So because not everyone have his function on T-shirt or something like that. So there's too many people. I don't know who is who. So I haven't speak with no directors.
That's a shame because I think for many of them it's very special to come here all the way to Zlín and then represent their own movie. Where are you from in Czech Republic? You're not from the region?
I'm from Pilsen.
And I'm from Prague.
Okay. The film ends, now I'm going to be the spoiler, ends with a very beautiful line that says that the film is dedicated to all who had to leave their homes, if I remember it correctly. Why was it important to make this tribute?
I'm not sure if I understand this question. Can you?
Do you understand what I'm referring
Yes,
to?
I understand. Well, the tribute wasn't made by me. It was edited. I don't know who edited. I think it was Pavel. Like the tribute that is at the end. Like this movie is dedicated to all of the people who had to leave their house. Like, what is the purpose of the tribute? If you understand.
Well, but anyway, it fits perfectly with the movie, and it makes the message. It gives an extra relevance to the message.
Yes.
We still have time for one last question that we ask to everyone who's with us in the studio. You're in Zlín. You know what Zlín is all about?
Yes, I was here before, but I'm first time at...
Shoes. The answer is shoes. Zlín is a home of Batya, and that's why we ask everyone who comes to our studio, could you please show us your shoes? And every shoe comes with a story. So could you please put your foot on the table and tell us what is the story behind these shoes?
The story behind these shoes is I have different white shoes, and then there was they destroyed, and I need a new, so I go to shop and I buy it.
Cool. I wish I could have asked you about the socks. Can we see Petr's shoes? Yeah,
yes.
but okay. Let's talk about only about the shoes then.
Okay, I'm sorry for wearing Adidas. I had one pair of Waskis, which I think are from Zlín, if I'm not mistaken. But today I wanted to be casual, so
You're totally allowed to wear other brands, but happy to bring your shoes to the studio, happy to bring your film to the festival. It was a pleasure to have you here, and it was a pleasure to have you watching. I hope we'll see you again one of these days on the Zlín Film Festival bubble. Ciao.